Well, finally tonight, Mother's Day is this Sunday, and while it is not a liturgical observance, it is a day set aside to honor mothers and the beautiful vocation of motherhood. However, for some, Mother's Day can be difficult, especially for those who have suffered a miscarriage, struggle with infertility, or who've lost a child. Mary Alexander of Woodbridge, Virginia, knows all about the pain of losing a child. Her youngest son, Jason, died from a massive heart attack at the age of 39, making Mother's Day for her bittersweet, especially knowing there would no longer be a heartfelt Mother's Day card from Jason. Or so Mary thought, until one day, while cleaning out her closet, she made a miraculous discovery. And joining us now to tell us more about her amazing story and her find is Mary Alexander. Mary, thank you so much for being with us. We appreciate it. Before you tell us about that surprise that you found in your closet, if you don't mind, please tell us more about your son, Jason, and why he was so special.
Oh, Jason was just very intellectual. He loved Jeopardy, and especially the mythology questions, and any football question. Everybody kind of called him like the walking encyclopedia. So we always used to watch that as a family. He and his brother are way tall, like 6'4", 6'6", and people, every time they saw them, they called them the gentle giants, because they were just, as soon as they walked in the room together, they're like two towers. He was just very courteous. I mean, I have a bunch of notes from all his colleagues and stuff that they said they'd never met such a kind person and compassionate. He would give you the shirt off his back. I mean, that's just the type of person he was. One year there was a friend of his
I know you love him so much.
Oh, yes, and miss him each and every day.
Yeah, and I know, Mary, it's probably so hard to, imagine for any one of us or parents losing a child, especially so suddenly like that. And I imagine that pain probably really never goes away.
Oh, no,
and
never.
The day that you were cleaning out your closet, yeah, and those memories, and were flooding back to you and you were grieving again. But then you grabbed a big cardboard box and it was filled with papers and magazines, and something else was in there. Could you tell us about that?
As I was going through the magazines, I just took a big chunk out and started going through them. And all of a sudden, this envelope was on top, and it caught my eye. And it was addressed to our local newspaper at the time, the Potomac News. And I opened it up because it had no stamp or anything. And that was when I found that card that Jason wrote to me. And I just could not believe it, because this was the weekend before Mother's Day. It was on a Saturday, and Mother's Day was the next day. I had been cleaning the closet a week before, but I quit. So immediately, tears rolled down my eyes, and I called my son in Norway, and I said, "You're never going to believe what happened." And I told him, and he said, "Mom, you weren't supposed to find it last Saturday. You were supposed to find it today, for tomorrow, for Mother's Day." And then the next day, I went to church, and I shared with my dear friend, Barbara Turner. And I told her, I said, "You're not going to believe what happened to me." And I told her, and she said, "That's a God wink. Do you know what a God wink is?" And I said, "No." And she explained to me that it's kind of like one of those aha moments that God, says, "Gotcha." And so that's when I found out what it was. And she said, "You should really share that." Well, I'm not. I'm more of a behind the scenes person instead of being on the limelight. So anyway, it took about a month or so, and I went online and I started reading God winks that people had, through Squire Russell's website. And I started reading, and the more I read, I said, I probably should share, never thinking anything of it. And I shared, and the next thing I know, Squire Russell is calling me to do his segment on the Kathy Lee and Hoda show on NBC, and the rest is history. He just called me on Tuesday telling me that Fox Digital News was covering it, and then last night I got a call from Ryan from your station, and here I am. So it's just kind of, to me, spiraled out of control, and it's been 11 years since Jason passed.
Amazing.
Very.
Wow,
True.
Mary. Oh, it's so amazing, Mary. Thank you so much for sharing this story of about your son and God's immense love for you and for all of us. We really appreciate it. I know your story is going to be in an upcoming book about Mother's Day from the God Wink series. So we can't wait to read that. Yeah, Mary, thank you so much. We appreciate it. And happy Mother's Day to you. God bless you.
And you too. And I really want to thank Louise and Squire Rushnell, because if this wouldn't have happened if it hadn't have been for them.
Oh, yeah. Thank them too.
Okay.
What a blessing. Thank you. And God bless you.
Thank you very much. God bless you too. Bye-bye.